Welcome back. Today, come outside and we braved the 40-degree temperatures and the pouring down rain for a total of 100 yards to come out here to the barn with plans on pulling the starter out of the 56 Ford Fairlane. And as soon as I walked in the barn, I realized I had a much bigger problem. We have been hoarding things in here for weeks now since it's been cold, and it is getting a little overrun. We're going to give you a quick rundown, look around at what I'm talking about, and what we plan on doing about it. So you can see, as soon as you walk in the barn and through the door, you have things all over the floor blocking the bench. You have the bench itself, well, two benches. One that's got a bunch of refrigerators on it. The other one's just cluttered, full of stuff. We got stuff in front of the trailer. We got things beside the trailer. We got things behind the trailer. We have things, the Raptor. We have things in front of the boat, under the boat, beside the boat. Implements, engine stands. We have wood. We have bags of sand. We have saws. We have a little bit of everything packed around here. And behind the car, they've got 6 set of ramps for the car. We've got junk on the floor. We've got wood down, junk down this side of the car. We got stuff scattered up in there. We still have big boxes, trash cans, dollies. And this whole section up here is still cluttered with stuff and tires hanging on the wall. So what we did is we got back in the truck, went down to our local Lowe's, and we picked up some pallet racking. This is the Muscle Rack Pro Series, 1,500 pounds per shelf. It is 84 wide, 24 inch deep, and 84 inches high, so 7 by 2 by 7 feet. So we are going to put this together and we're going to see how it works over there, and we're going to try to empty all this stuff out and see how much of the stuff that is in the surrounding barn, all the junk, that we can get organized and put onto here. And then we're going to look at different solutions for above the car. I'm going to build some racks to hold some of these great big boards on. I still have a bunch of 16-foot long sections of the siding for the barn. I want to get them up there and get them out of the way. So we'll put some of those up and we'll see what we can get cleaned up. So since it's only 40 degrees in here, gonna fire up the pellet stove, gonna fire up the tube kerosene heater, get it warmed up in here a little bit, and then we'll get to it. So even though it might have looked like I was making myself a place to sleep when Sharon kicked me out of the house, that is not the case. Just rearranging some stuff on the trailer, because what I plan on doing is taking some of the other stuff that's sitting around and storing it up on top of here temporarily until we find a home for it. And then once we get homes for everything, then the stuff that's left on the trailer here, these mattresses and a bunch of other stuff that I need to add from here and from other places, we're going to take that to the dump. So I'm just going to continue getting some stuff set up on here, some big boxes and stuff that I know we want to get rid of, and then we'll get started on the corner. we are all emptied out, cleaned up, ready to go. Kind of surprised with the stain there like that, or a clean spot where that picture was, but that's okay, it's just a barn. Shouldn't have to move that, but we'll put those fishing poles, but we'll see. And really all we did, we just moved the mess around. But once we get these shelves up down here, we should be able to put some stuff back on it and start getting stuff cleaned up. So not really much to unboxing them. Got the instructions, got some nuts and bolts, some other hardware, support brackets to go through the middle, got the shelving brackets, got 4 of the wire racks, wire tops for the shelves, and then got the 2 separate end pieces over here. So I'm not going to bore you with every bit of putting it together, but we'll set it up and time lapse it going up here. Alright, so that's the basic assembly. I still have to come back, and there are nuts and bolts that go in this end and over there to tie it together. There's still some push pins that go in those little holes there to help secure it. And I raised it all up so I could put some bigger stuff on the bottom and slide it up underneath there, keep some of this tires and stuff up underneath there in the shop vac. This one's going to be for most of the gas cans, diesel cans, kerosene cans. Not real sure about these yet, but it'll probably be milk crates filled with stuff on those 2. Not real sure what I'm putting on the top yet, but I'm going to put those nuts and bolts in, and once that's done I'll put the wire racks on, and after that I'll come back and give a final view. I did notice one thing. This bar, I don't know if you can see it, but it is bent. It's kind of twisted this way. I tried to move it down some. I might beat on it just a hair. It's not anything that's gonna hurt it. I'm probably going to take some screws and washers once I get this and mount through there to the back wall just to keep it from moving or falling over, depending on what weight I put on it. But most of the weight should be down low and keep it secure. Well, there it is, all tucked away up in the corner, all put together. I can already tell there's going to be some things about this that I don't like. This seems kind of wobbly, and when you put these center pieces in, they don't have you put any screws or bolts through the top, but you put some through the bottom. That's how the instructions say, and they only give you enough to do that. And I just don't know how well it's going to hold up. They said I already had that bent piece there. Every one of these wire racks is bent a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. They don't seat down in the groove really well. Maybe it'll be better once I get weight on it. but I'm not super impressed yet. We'll see how it holds up when I start putting weight on it. I will say that probably 90% of the time that I spent working on this, you can see that's bow too, was putting those bolts and nuts and bolts in. And I don't know who in this day and age still uses flathead bolts that are upside down that you got to try to get up in there and get to the backside. It is just it is a pain. But since I got the initial setup done, it has probably taken me another hour just going through and putting these nuts and bolts in with a flathead screwdriver and a wrench. You got to get the wrench way up inside there. It is just a pain. But we'll see how it holds up over time. I'll get a shot of it once I figure out exactly where I want everything. I still might move some of these shelves up or down. We'll see what all we got to put on it. All right, here is the first attempt at loading up the shelf. That has freed up a ton of space on in other areas of the barn. I still got space down there. I think I'll put wood pellets for the wood stove. I still got room for more bins. I still put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more bins up here easy just on these racks. Got that whole top shelf still to use. So still a lot more to go. But started to get a little bit cleaner. That's the wood pellets I'll probably put underneath it. That's one bin of boat cleaner and stuff. But I got a couple things out from underneath there. I'm gonna put a shelf going right across the middle here so I can stack some tools up on that. I'll build a corner cabinet probably over here to put the refrigerators on to get that off the bench. But this whole thing that I had filled up sitting over there is almost empty now, so I can use that for something else. Not sure what, but it's a nice little rack I got for free. So that's where we're at the moment. I think it looks a lot better. Step number 1 on Operation Quit Being a Slob has almost come to an end. I think I might also get some hooks. Put some hooks down in through in a couple of these spots and maybe off the corners here, because that'd be like a great spot to hang up some of the stuff we need. I got a weed eater, might be able to hang from here. Put some of this stuff, put some hooks over the edge or through here. Somewhere like that. But just one more idea to help get some more of this stuff up off the shelves, and help me to remind myself where I keep putting everything that I buy, and then I lose and have to rebuy, and then I instantly find again. So there you have it for first attempt at the rack. Like I said, I'm not super impressed with it at the moment. We'll see how it turns out. It's from Husky, it says. Edsal, Premier, Husky. I don't know, it's got a bunch of different names on it. So we'll see how it holds up over time. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Leave comments. You have any advice on these? You did something different, you got a better idea, let us know.